All right, so good morning. It's the second day of Christmas, and my sickness has gone away. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Merry Christmas. Santa Claus came to visit, and I just wanted to say I hope you were not shorting the markets, because, man, did I call it. Did I call it or what? I don't care if you missed Monday. I'm telling you, these are not free markets anymore when we have a Federal Reserve that commands interest rates. So, like I said, the Trump administration is going to try to get a rally going. This rally is going to be what you're going to use to short the markets or to sell into strength. Now, again, that's not financial advice. That's me talking out loud to myself. And you just happen to be a fly on the wall listening to me talk to myself. Well, a fly on the inside of my brain listening to myself talk to myself. But it's amazing to me that I noticed my subscription count has fallen, even though I've been calling these markets to the T. And I know that Santa Claus rally didn't come before Christmas, but you have to remember that Christmas, there are 12 days of Christmas, right? On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. There's a whole song about it. There are 12 days of Christmas. Christmas is not one day. If you're a Christian, you already know that. But anyone outside who only knows Christmas as what the devils have done and stolen and appropriated and turned into a consumer shopping experience, Christmas is only one day for you, but for us, it's 12 days, which ends on the Feast of the Epiphany, which is supposedly when the three sages from the Orient came and gave their gifts to the baby Jesus. Okay, so we celebrate the Feast of the Epiphany. That's when all Christmas lights are supposed to come down. That's in January. So Santa Claus rally can still come anytime at that time. Today we're experiencing a, last time I checked, 624 point rally on the Dow. So, and that rally again is fake. It is fabricated. We live in the era of algorithms and derivatives and China wars. Everything is manipulated, and the Federal Reserve, everything is manipulated. It is no longer average Joe investor, free market person coming in and prices determining whether you want to buy or sell something. It's going to make absolutely no sense. And I personally love it because it creates huge volatility. And without volatility, you cannot make money. You have to wait for up rises or downfalls to really make money. But in a volatile world like this, you can make money left and right, but it's capital gains, so it's the highest taxed if you're in terms of portfolio income, unless you're doing active income, which is, you know, you're investing, you're making money, an immediate return on your investment. But that's hard to make money these days. So what I'm saying to you is Santa Claus is still coming to town. I don't know how big Santa Claus is going to be. We don't have many days left for Santa Claus. And I am already starting to short into these markets because I don't know how much higher they're going to go. And I personally think that nothing has changed. Now, does that mean that the government and the Federal Reserve and the banks can't come in and just dump money in the system and make the dollar worthless? Possible. So you got to keep your eyes open. These are active management markets. You cannot just passively give your money to somebody else, let them park it somewhere, and expect that you're going to make a return or you're gonna emerge from this unscathed. We're all going to be hurt in this in some regard, even if you win, because I believe a depression is coming. We're already in it, but it's disguised. And today I was listening to a podcast on Chris Martinson's Peak Prosperity from December 19th. He had an excellent interview with David Collum. And David Collum actually opened my eyes to the fact that share buybacks are the new way for them to dilute your shareholder equity. And that pisses me off, man. I used to, when I am back in the days, I invested in gold stocks when gold was going up, and what the gold companies were doing is they would dilute their shares. They would just issue new shares. So here you buy into an investment at the right time for you to make money, and what do? They dilute that value by just creating more shares and selling it into the marketplace. So you're getting less and less equity in that company by their doing that, which is basically thievery. The company is just stealing money from people. Well, they realize people like me don't like that stuff, and so I'm not going to invest in those companies anymore. So companies like Apple and the FANG stocks, basically Facebook, Apple, Netflix, you know, the Google, those stocks, started doing share buybacks, and many other companies also, but those in particular, started doing share buybacks. And by doing share buybacks, they found a way to dilute investor equity without instituting new shares. Mother effer, I'm telling you, these guys are financial geniuses, and that's why they commit crimes, because they know no one's going to see it. They dilute shareholder equity by, instead of making more shares relative to value, they dilute value relative to shares. So it's amazing. I won't get into explaining it, but it's about how as you purchase back stock, the price goes higher, and you're using company cash, so the amount of value you're getting from each purchase diminishes, and the amount of value determines your shareholder equity relative to productive assets. So if you're getting less and less productivity out of your assets, but you still have the same number of shares, and they're not destroying shares, they are diluting your shareholder equity. It is, I'm telling you, the level of corruption in this world is amazing. And I'm losing subscribers when I tell you guys this, which is just amazing to me. So you few guys that stay with me all through it because you're loyal and you're looking for what I'm saying, even if whether it's YouTube or it's just people that don't believe, they think I'm conspiracy theorist, and they're so brainwashed by the system, by CNBC, that they're going to put their money in and just get washed out. I don't know what it is, but you few people who are loyal to me, I absolutely appreciate that. But I mean, honestly, it doesn't affect me either way who watches, but it's just shocking to me that nobody really pays attention to this stuff. And anytime someone tries to speak the truth, people are willing to unsubscribe and leave it because it hurts them so much. Well, I think, to me personally, it's more painful for you to not listen and then put money in the market or commit it to something else where it's going to get wiped out, rather than learn how to multiply your finances. And just, I don't know what to say about that. But ultimately, Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus has already started. And whether it's going to be a straight up or it's going to be a stairway to heaven, I don't know. And I don't know how far to heaven it'll get. Will it get to new records? Probably not before the new year begins. But you may get a good portion of the loss back and get a better position to start shorting the markets into strength. So, and it's not real strength, it's artificial strength, because the reality of it is nothing is healthy. We're going to have to go through this crash, or we're going to go through the crash simultaneously with money printing from the banks. They're going to create a stagflation like we've never seen before, in which case I have no idea if gold will do well in that situation. It did in the 70s, but they've got derivatives that are just, slamming the price of gold and silver. So I can't guarantee you gold and silver will be the place to be. I can't guarantee you that Bitcoin will be the place to be, because there's really no value behind Bitcoin. It's a technology, but technology has to be adopted. And I really changed my viewpoints on cryptocurrencies. I think that blockchain itself is the future, and some form of cryptocurrency is going to be the new form of money. But what that form of cryptocurrency is, I have no idea. I still invest in Litecoin. I really love Litecoin, but Bitcoin to me is too costly in terms of production, energy and energy consumption relative to number of Bitcoins mined, and its scalability is not as good as some of the other cryptocurrencies. So to me, Bitcoin's not even a good store of value versus gold and silver. To me, there's going to be some kind of a hybrid at some point. Because at this point, cryptocurrencies are trading like tech stocks. And the only way you'll know whether it's a good cryptocurrency or not is based on the team that's behind it, almost like a tech company. You have to look at the management. And when you start doing that, man, because there's no monetary aspect to it yet. I don't see it. And I still think capitulation is on its way. Capitulation will come as a result of a liquidity crisis. We're not in that liquidity crisis yet. I recently applied for a credit card to see if I could get it, and I got it. So it tells me there is no liquidity crisis yet. We may be in the early stages, but we're not there yet. They're going to still float debt out to people. And so be prepared for that. All right, if you guys like my stuff, hit that like button. Please subscribe, hit that bell notification for any further updates that I will do. I'm not sure if I'll do any more up until the new year, until next year. So happy new year and a prosperous one to y'all. And most importantly, so that the subscriber numbers get up, you can share it to all your friends. Get it, everybody watching and learning from this. Because I've noticed there are other people that start talking, there are more famous people that start talking about what I talk about. And it's almost like they listen to my commentaries, and then they basically upload it on as their own commentary. Like basically they make the same commentary. And I've been noticing it just lately. A couple of the people that I listen to have become very similar to what I've been saying, and I've never heard them say these things before. So either we're converging on our theories, which is very unlikely, but possible, or they are listening to my podcast, they are not subscribing, they are not sharing, they are taking my ideas and they're posting it up and getting more subscriber viewership for their channels. If that's the case, I don't even need to do this. I really don't need to do this. So it's important that you share it. It's for your edification. If you haven't learned my philosophy yet and been trading and benefiting from it, share. And it's not for my popularity. It's just so that you know where it's coming from, where it originates, and you also can benefit from it because I'll share more. But if I see that people are just going to steal it and take credit for it, at that point, there's a diminishing marginal benefit for me to do this, these videos, because I don't get any money off of it, and I don't get any benefit from your trading off it, because it's not like I pump and dump, because I'm not at that level yet where I can do that. And even if I were at that level, I wouldn't do that. But other people are just taking the credit for my work, and I really don't like that. I don't like that dishonesty. That's theft. You know, it's plagiarism is theft. It's stealing ideas like China does. So, go ahead, like, subscribe, share. Talk about it. Post it. All right. Happy New Year, y'all. Take care. We'll see you into the new year, and hopefully Santa Claus is a big rally and you have a chance to really, do something if you decide to do it. But again, that's not financial advice. But hopefully you'll join me in it, and hopefully we all benefit from it. All right, y'all take care. Peace.